Yo, what up, Tyler? Yeah, fix it again, Tony. You're thinking of Fiat, Dale. What's up, Tyler? Out here working on Terminator's truck here. I'll get this thing done. I'm trying, man. I want 'em to have some fun with this damn thing. I tried my TIG welder. I'm running a 3/32 tungsten. So I bought a 1/8 inch. I don't know how much you know about welding, but about an 1/8 inch tungsten because I'm gonna try to TIG weld it. That way I can work on it at night because I can't run the generator. Well, I can, but I'm not that neighbor that wants to be an asshole at like 10 o'clock at night because this generator just screams. So I ran the 3/32 off the house and it runs about 1,000 amps. So it's, or 1,000 watts. That's about 150 feet away. So I'm probably pushing it. So I'm hoping with the 1/8 inch tungsten, it'll knock it down quite a bit. We're gonna say 5 inches to be safe on that one. I ran out of time last night. I'm gonna try and get this cut along there on this Woodward Fab shear, which I don't know how well is gonna work since I got a freaking mess going on with my welder now. Something's going down because I can hear the sirens all over the place. Sounds like Austin needs a transfer case, so I might pick that up too. Oh, see how bad that is. I gotta double check that because make sure that link's good before I whack that thing on. Yeah, it'd be pretty close. Today's video, continuing on the floor. I'm not in a position yet where I can make a long form video on it. Otherwise, people are just gonna be like, "Well, this is dumb. You're using the same video." So, just trying to get some live work done. I've been kind of straying away from the live streams. I'm trying to put long form out there a little bit more. But I can't have the same, if I work on the floor 8 times in a row, nobody's going to want to watch that. Especially if you're not making much progress. So figured good time, get some lives, maybe pick up some subs. People like to watch you work. Pretty cool. Doesn't bother me any. I'm just not an expert or anything, so. If it was 18 gauge, it'd be a little bit easier. But because it's 16, it's a little bit firmer. Well, we'll double check that, I guess. Yep. Good. This is pretty close. Couldn't bend the edge in the brake yesterday, so got to use old Thor here. It's about 10 pounds. You swing that thing all day and you start feeling it. Then you go to pick up a glass of water and your hand shakes freaking bad. Yeah, that one's welded. It's a stainless handle. I got a mini one I call Mini Thor. It's a 1-inch handle, and I think it's like inch and a quarter shaft up top. I use that at work all the time. Never rusts. Lasts a long time. It's never shattered either. We're getting close on the front. So what is nice about this, actually I'm gonna move my table now that I'm done with my welder. I planned that. That way I gotta keep opening and closing the door. We're gonna round this edge just a little bit. Alright, bring you guys over here so you can see. Appreciate the likes, guys. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Oh, I gotta flip this camera thing around here. There we go. There we go. So I got the front pretty close where I want it. It's not perfect. I need to work on the back. So this is going to be welded up here. So I'm going to have to trim that out. So I get this pretty close. I mean, like, where if I make a mistake, I'm not gonna screw it up. I should be able to take a Sharpie. Take a Sharpie. And it's hot in here, guys, like real hot. It's cooler outside. I know, open the door, right? But then all the bugs come in here. All right, so flip this over. Should be a nice line on the back. Hey, look there. So that's gonna be the line that we're gonna cut. Well, here's the line we're gonna cut. All right, bring you back out here again. Put you back over here. Nah. So this one we're gonna cut a little bit long. Gotta get my table cleaned off again. Flip this around. Ooh, sweating up a storm, guys. Down there. Guess what? I'll bring you guys back over here again. Not a back and forth today. Gotta be pretty close there. A little bit short, but not too bad. Not bad at all. Maybe it was a little bit bad. There's a lot more gap than I thought there'd be. So we're gonna have a few spots, but I don't think it'd be too bad to. I don't think it'd be too bad at all. Quite honestly, well, I can try to do it in the truck. So we caught a little bit more than we should have right here. And once we laid this down, it looks like up here, there's a bigger gap we'll have to fill. And you can't see that because I'm not paying attention. A bigger gap here. All that can be pieced in. Back will be a little bit easier. Floor we can push down a little bit. This will be the most important piece right here. This needs to line up damn near perfect. Damn near perfect for that seat. Which it's a little high right there, and that's the spot. That might have been enough there. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. This will get us close because the seat mount needs to be damn near perfect. I already cut that piece out for the floor. I figure out where the hell that's going to go back in there. But yeah, I mean that's not too bad. And the seal's going to come down. Kind of overlap like that. Yeah, it's not bad. So yeah, so we can start getting everything prepped, starting to weld. Maybe this corner we should take a look at because it's a little bit high unless it's just kind of stuck there. Guess I'm not exactly sure what that's touching. All right, it looks like there's a piece of the floor that's held up, but not bad. I don't know if this is gonna come out now, but Yeah, looks like we still got a bunch of stuff there we need to knock out of here. It's like a good portion of that was a little bit rusty. Not too bad there. Alrighty. So I won't need this up here. Actually, we will because it's rusty a little bit. Okay, go ahead and that was a little bit too far. Probably gonna have to get the back first. That there. There's not bad. You gotta remember when you're in this thing. Make sure it foot's good because the carpet's gonna lay over top of that. So I think that's pretty good. Make sure I ain't got nothing going on here real quick. So I think I'm gonna fire this TIG welder back up, see if we can get a few spots taken care of right now. Well, we still got a little bit of free time. So there's a little bit of gap. I'd rather have the gap at the back than the front because it's going to be easier to access the back. So get it just enough that it kisses that right there. I think we got it made, honestly. I can drill a hole through it later and then push it down. I think I want to get it tacked there, all these easy spots first. So let's see if we can get this TIG welder fired back up real quick so we can get a couple welds done. So I'm gonna have to move this back over here. Set you guys kind of like this. There's gonna be some bright lights, so if you got issues with seizures and stuff like that, you're gonna want to look away. So I got smaller tungsten coming for this, but for now, just gonna use this 3/32. And when I TIG weld, I work in food industry, so usually we have this hand thing here that kind of goes up and down. This one's not hooked up to this welder, so it's gonna be a little difficult for me to start. How's that? Is that good? Usually I like MIG welding this because it's a lot easier. Just pull the trigger, wait. Getting tired. It's fucking hot in here. Sweating my ass off. The base all dirty. I'm ugly as it is, so I guess it doesn't really matter, right? All right, we'll I'll move you inside. I don't know what it's gonna look like, so if like it's freaking out real bad, just drop a comment. Like I'll move you guys. How about my tungsten here a little bit? Make a couple more welds here. This corner, man. It's kind of difficult because once you, even though you cut some of that metal back for the rust, sometimes it still comes through. So you go to tack it and it just blows apart. I don't know if I can get a screwdriver in there to... Yeah, I can push this down. I'm just worried about it being too much. We kind of want to follow the floor. So if it's at an awkward angle and he's trying to hit the gas pedal, like his foot might be a little weird, but that's kind of what I'm trying to do, even though I just folded that piece of metal in there. See if we can pop that back out on the other side later. Kind of starting to come together. Getting on up there. Like I said, just holler if it gets to be too much for you guys. Rather you guys enjoy the video than leave. Down these bigger gaps. Start with the thicker metal first, try to meld in some metal and then move it around. For the most part, it's pretty solid. only welding about 59 amps. I don't have enough power safely to turn her up anymore, but we're yeah, she come loose, damn it. There'll be a lot of people tell you how to sharpen your tungsten. It's got to be this angle and this angle. All you got to do is have a point on it and know how to weld, and you'll be fine. It's not that difficult. A lot of those people sit at a bench and weld all day. They don't actually work. Those guys have never welded on a conveyor that's moving or a vibrating shaker while it's running. Okay. Flip you guys around here. So here's where we're at. It's not perfect. You know, we're just starting to get it all formed here. Like I said, we got some gaps up there. This big gap here, this is actually where the plug went for the floor. So we can fill that. That's not a big deal. We'll have to have some metal on both sides. And then I do have the metal for this one because I got to put a nice one all the way down because it's gone here too. That way our seal can go back on. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, and appreciate all the likes, and I'm getting out of here for tonight. So catch y'all later.